Reality Winner has endured a great deal, um, and it was simply for telling the truth. Um, she actually, at this point, is no longer uh, in the service, but the Shaw Marvin is given to people who had the nerve in such a top-down environment to speak out, and Reality Winner certainly has done that. I know she's limited in her comments today, but as much as can be told, I'd like her attorney to tell about the journey that Reality has been on. I'm sure many of us are aware of it. She came to my attention perhaps 2 years ago. I followed a Twitter feed by her mother. Every 3 or 4 days, I would check in to see how she was doing. And I started to look into her story and support her then. Her story, in many ways, parallels the other stories of military whistleblowers who found problems in our systems writ large. Hers was about the exchange of information and trying to let people know how it had affected our elections. And the price she paid was unbelievable. So at this point, perhaps Siri would like to introduce Reality's attorney, Allison Grittner. Siri.
Hello. I'm sorry I had to move to a different spot, so I hope you can still see me okay.
Okay.
So Allison Grittner is a very courageous attorney because she's representing somebody who has been attacked publicly, privately, and I'm sure in ways that many of us wouldn't be able to survive. And personally, I just want to say that when I see Reality's posts online in terms of her mother posting on her behalf these beautiful images of her enjoying life and being resilient, as Kim described, it is truly inspiring. So I really just would like to celebrate her and invite her attorney to tell more about her story. Thank you.
Thank you, Siri, and thank you, Marcel. And I'm so honored to meet, if only virtually, so many folks who have, at great personal cost, stood up for truth and human dignity in the systems that so often neglect them and abuse them. And it has been really inspiring to hear everybody's story and to meet y'all. As we have been listening to the House Select Committee testimony and listening to everything that transpired on January 6th and those horrifying stories that I think are still staying with all of us, it's really important to understand that the big lie did not start last November. And it didn't start recently either, and it didn't stop on January 6th. We all really had to be groomed to be able to reject the truth. And that started with a lot of small lies. It built, and the former president certainly didn't invent the idea of demonizing truth tellers, but I think that he and his administration did have a great affinity for that and perhaps even perfected the art. Reality Winner was an NSA contractor in 2017 when she released to the public, to The Intercept anonymously, an intelligence assessment that revealed that Russians had actually attacked and infiltrated American voting infrastructure. At that time, it seems obvious to us now, but at that time it was a great question that was really being debated in the public sphere. Was the extent of Russian interference, was it just some fake Facebook posts, or were we looking at a real attack on our way of life, on our country? And the document that she released to The Intercept was some of the first real proof that our democracy was under a genuine attack. There are states that did not know that they had been attacked. There are counties that did not know, but for Reality's disclosure. And the fact is, the former president was perfectly content to allow that truth to get swept under the rug. Reality was not Reality was not the only person to leak information about that administration, but she was the person who was singled out to be made an example of. She was prosecuted under the Espionage Act, which to American patriots seems like a great insult, because she revealed information that belonged to us. But instead, she was treated like a spy and prosecuted under the Espionage Act, and she received the longest sentence ever given at the time for a U.S. citizen revealing classified information to the press. She was sentenced to 5 years and 3 months in federal prison. And when I pass the mic over to Reality, she will be able to basically smile and wave and say hello, because she is still restricted even under home confinement. Her sentence continues. There's not really a great time to go to prison in the United States. And Ms. Wooten, I know that Reality and I both really greatly appreciate your work for sticking up for folks who are incarcerated, because this is a vastly forgotten about and abused population, and every voice really matters. But Reality suffered through the COVID pandemic. She got COVID while in prison. She suffered through the Texas grid failure in the middle of an unprecedented freeze, lost water and heating. She suffered immensely. And the fact is, she was not in prison for telling the truth. She was in prison because the truth embarrassed the former president. There is a lot that Reality is not able to say. But I do want to pass the mic now and thank everyone for all of the work y'all have done, not only in providing people the truth, but in celebrating and lifting up the people who provide the truth and stick up for human dignity. So thank you very much, and y'all, Reality winner.
Hi, everybody. First of all, I just want to say what an honor it is, even by Zoom. Dawn, you are my hero. I was just amazed by your work. I was, watching it while incarcerated. So to see somebody standing up for people who are incarcerated, I've been to 3 different ICE detention centers now in my journey to federal prison. And you made a difference and you saved lives. I wanted to thank the summit for this recognition. This is not just an award, but it's a reassurance that there is life with purpose and meaning and dignity after this experience. But during the experience, just the day-to-day of survival I wouldn't be here without my family. My mom, Billy, y'all know her more than y'all know me because she's never quiet. I got big shoes to fill because she's got 10 times my energy and strength and tenacity. My sister, Brittany, my dad, my fairy godmother, shout outs to everybody. Veterans for Peace was with me on day one, so was Courage to Resist. Everybody who didn't look away when the government called me a terrorist, people who wanted to find out who I actually am. I can't thank everybody who gave me a chance to prove myself and to get through this and to get back on my own 2 feet. Today I'm playing by their rules. That don't mean I'm afraid. I ain't been sleeping these past 4 years, and when I'm ready, I'm gonna be seen, I'm gonna be heard. But right now, I'm just extremely humbled to be sharing this platform with so many heroes and so many brave people. So just thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart to the people who are here today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Reality. Do you have any closing words, Attorney Grittner?
I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much for everybody who has stepped up to support Reality and everyone who speaks out for their brothers and sisters.
Thank you.